VTubing. It's something that blew up over the pandemic, right? It's a genre that uses anime, for the most part at least, in order to live stream or create content with, using animated live models to move and interact with you in real time. It's added a whole new list of ways people can interact with their friends and bring them content. Recently, KSon of Vishojo, a complete OG within the VTubing space, came out exposing some of the darker things within the VTubing community. She's not been the only one, which is also kind of crazy. The VTubing community as a whole has been under quite a bit scrutiny for its behavior over the past couple of years, which is the reason why we're here today. I wanted to do something slightly different in a video format. I wanted to interview VTubers and fans and con owners who have spoken with VTubers, just all these different types of people, and see, you know, do they agree with some of the things that she said or other YouTubers have said? Are they even aware of this overall? There's, you know, a lot of people that watch, but they don't consume, I guess you could say, news portion. So not everybody's in the know. So I just want to get straight to the interviews and kind of see what they do and don't know and how do they feel about it.
So about a year ago, our anniversary is coming up. I got really into VTubers because I went to Fan Expo and I got to watch Gura and Ame interact, and it was hilarious, and it just made me feel so good. And I made so many friends even from that day. So I was like, I want to start a VTuber like fan group at DFW because there's so many fans of VTubers, but there's not a group.
For 3 years.
I've been watching for about like 2 years on and off. Like, it started off very casual, just like watching clips from like Hololive. I was watching Korone while I was working from home. And yeah, so I wouldn't call myself a crazy fan, but I do enjoy like VTuber content, obviously. And I've been streaming for about 6 months, so yeah.
I started watching in 2020, like most people, I assume, during lockdowns. So, well, I guess I knew about Kizuna Ai before then. Like, I watched her play Doki Doki Literature Club and stuff like that, but I didn't really know what a VTuber was back then.
Jasper Noir. I watch him. I watch Mume a lot, and I've been watching Fauna a lot too, as well. So like the newer ones, the newer Halloween.
I like to watch, I guess for popular VTubers would be like Nanners and Silvervale. I like to watch Crony and Kiara. And then I like to watch over on Twitch, Olivia Monroe. And I like to support my 2D sister, Villainous Belle and Natsuko.
I watch a lot of Iron Mouse just because I like her content, and I think she's like the only big VTuber I watch consistently. Otherwise, like, I consume a lot of clips on YouTube from like a lot of Hololive JP members like Korone, Okayu, Marin, and then sometimes some Niji EN people like Enna or Petra and Selene. But otherwise, I also just support indie VTubers who are my friends, and I watch them.
I've been watching a lot of Neurosama lately. That's what I've been watching. I started watching, I guess, listening to Kiara more now, and Amelia. That's mainly it, really. It's mainly Amelia. I guess sometimes I watch Callie too. Yeah, Guru doesn't stream as much anymore, so yeah. I guess it's mainly Amelia, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say, because I just watch clips and I'll just fuse this together, so.
Do you know the term gachikoi?
Or you may have to remind me what it means.
Yes.
Okay.
I kind of don't remember. I think I remember.
No, I don't think I'm familiar with the term.
I've heard it a few times. I've heard the phrase cultivate gachikoi. I know I don't really know the definition of it. I probably heard the definition or read the definition before, but I don't remember what it is. I can assume it's something to do with like the girlfriend experience or some shit like that.
Yes. 100% it is.
I mean, so I was talking with someone before, and I just thought of this actually. You can argue it could be a equivalent of fan mail, and nobody really has an issue with that.
Yeah, for fan mail, but the thing is that they themselves are believing like, oh, they'll read my letters and I'm so in love with them. They'll know that I love them, and then they'll love me too, and we'll get married, and we'll be together. Like, it's just like, no. No, honey, no, they don't even know who you are.
Well, I don't know, because we have things like, and it's a double-edged sword, obviously, but we also have something like, in the past, right, we had like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and stuff. So like, it's not necessarily a new concept, it's just a new medium that it's been.
Yeah, it's a new medium. I mean, I think like when it comes to just letters, as long as they're not like creepy, if it's just like, oh, I really enjoy your content, I'm really thankful that I found you, like you've helped me out, like if it's like nice, but if it's creepy, like I want to smell your hair, you know, like something like that, then that's too much. I think it just depends on context, I guess. And like I think I mentioned this earlier before about like giving money away and expecting something in return. That's the thing that isn't okay, is you're expecting because you've written a letter or you've given a gift or money that person has to do something back. And it was like, well, that was never agreed upon by both parties. So no, you're donating, you're giving something. It's a gift. I don't have to do anything in return for that.
I think it's like, I don't know, my answer is gonna be like, it's kind of gray, right? I think like loving VTubers and like wanting to support your idol and everything is good and all, but like people can take it too far. I think like once it crossed the lines of just like supporting them from, you know, behind the monitor, if it goes to like you try to find out about their personal life or like what they do on a day-to-day basis, or even like to stalking, I feel like that's too much. Like at that point it's not even love, that's just like an obsession, right? So I think that's too far.
Yeah, totally. I think it's really messed up, and you know, I'm sure some people just do it for fun and they don't take it seriously. But I don't know if that would be considered gachikori or not. If people taking it 100% seriously, or people just having fun with it. But if people are taking it too seriously, yeah, it's a little too far, in my opinion.
VTubing culture, right? How familiar are you with the term unicorn?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Yes, 100%. Because I mean, again, like being a streamer, I'm just an entertainer. I feel like it's also like a mix, because like unicorn is what is part of Japanese culture, and I know idol culture is very different there than it is here in the Western culture. I guess you could say it's different, but like even for Japanese culture, it's just like they're just an entertainer. Like that's what I am. I'm here to entertain you. Like I'm here to sing a song and play a video game. I'm not here to pretend to be your girlfriend. And so I don't know, like to have that expectation, I don't know. I don't think it's okay.
Do you subscribe to that kind of ideology, or what would you have to say to essentially, like, if my Oshi has a partner, you know, I'm not going to support them? That
seems like an unhealthy mindset. I mean, yet again, but you have to understand where I'm coming from. There, that's just a persona. That is just entertainment, and whoever's behind that, whatever. Now, if they choose not to have a partner because they want to be all in with their persona, or they don't want to like reveal that, I mean, that is up to them as you know, who they are. But if they make it known or it like slips out, that's not going to be a breaking point. But also, you know, I almost feel bad for people that do think that, you know, it's like they're not, you know, ultimately they're never going to be with you. So why are you thinking them being with someone else is going to break the entertainment. I mean, you're just watching them for entertainment purposes or to fill your mind at that time. So I think it's unhealthy, but I mean, if they just choose not to support them and that's all they do, I mean, that as a fan, that's your choice, but you shouldn't be threatening them or talking ill of them or making the internet a more toxic place. I mean, if you just choose not to support them, then that's like up to you as a fan as well. So if that makes sense, it's just like don't go crazy with it. Don't start threatening them or bullying them or trying to like dox them or something just because it didn't go your way.
I believe so. I think it's like a delusion. Like I mentioned before, like with Silver Veil, like she always says, I love you guys so much, thank you so much for your support. When I hear that, I'm not thinking, oh my gosh, she loves me, she knows me, she knows who I am. Like, no, I know for sure that I don't know Silver Veil. Like what she shows on her stream is what she's allowing to be shown. So I don't know her on a personal level. So I can't go on Twitter and be like, I know Silver Veil, she would never say something. Like, I don't know her. I just know I like her streams. And I know 100% she does not know me. So like to watch a stream and then have a streamer say that and they think, you know, like what I said earlier, like it's I don't think that's really good.
So
Yeah.
do you subscribe to that ideology of like, you know, the person I watch, if they, you know, have a partner or a stream with or collab with another person that's the opposite sex, you know, I'm not going to support them?
I would never. I'd be like, cool. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. They can come up and be like, actually, guys, I've been married these all years. I want to show you my family. I'd be like, cool, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Like, I don't care. I don't care. It's their life. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy for them. I want nothing but happiness. Like, that's my thing. Like, I'm a fan of someone. I want them to be happy. And so if they have a partner that makes them happy and they want to have a family or whatever, like, awesome. You do what you got to do for your life. It kind of seems like selfish, I would say, that mindset of like, well, they better not have a partner. Or like even like those are not in the VTubing community, even just like female streamers, like they have that mindset. Or women that do adult websites, like they have to hide their partner or something. It's such bullshit. Like it's just stupid to me. I don't understand. It's just really dumb.
Not at all. I feel like that's a very, like, idol culture mentality. It's just like, oh, if my idol dates someone, she's not pure anymore. I can't watch them, can't support them. And I feel like since I grew up in the US, like, I have the westernized mentality of just like, oh, if they date someone, like, good for them. I like them for their content, their personality, not just because there's a slim chance of like, oh, if they finally notice me, I can date them, you know? Like, I don't have that idea.
I think it's super dumb, but I understand people who think it is think that way. I don't think that's healthy to think that way. That's totally, I mean, it's not good. It's not a good thing, and I don't think it should happen, that people should be upset that they're streaming, you know, they're their own person. As long, I mean, I guess these people who think this way do feel hurt by it, but as long as they're not hurting anybody, then it shouldn't be an issue. So let them do whatever they want, as far as I'm concerned.
Depends on where it goes, because I mean, we already have this issue that a lot of female IRL VTubers, IRL streamers have come forward and talked about their stalkers and how like their police won't do anything about it. Because I have a feeling that like the unicorns or whatever is this going to turn into VTuber stalkers. Like they're going to try and figure out, oh well, who's this person behind the model? I want to know where she lives. I want to be able to see her, like actually like touch her hand. Like how we have to draw a line somewhere. Like that's not okay. You can't do that. And like, or like they'll get mad at you because you don't accept their love and they'll be like, well, they'll try to blackmail you, dox you. Like, it's just, I think having more like internet security and knowing how to be safe, it just depends on how far it will go, kind of thing.
Then do you agree with KSon where she's saying if, you know, behavior with, you know, if Mayoshi has a partner, I'm not going to support them and all this crazy stuff that's going on in her video. And she said this in English. She said, you know, VTubing will be done in 5 years. What do you think of that?
Oh, wow. I don't think VTubing is going to be done in 5 years.
I mean, I'm not, maybe she means probably by like a popularity standpoint, not like entirely. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
If you let it, I mean, I could see if you let the fans get out of control, because unfortunately you're dealing with the internet.
Yeah.
But I mean, I kind of see VTubing, maybe this is an extreme statement, almost like the next K-pop in this sense.
I don't think I agree with it being done.
Well, and
Really?
not done, but obviously just not as popular and will just like steady. Yeah, not in my opinion. When she said this in English, so just in my opinion, when she said that, it's more of a just like a popularity thing. I don't think overall, because there's always going to be people who don't care and still will VTube.
Yeah. I think I think already the popularity of VTubing is kind of just like on its line right now. I mean, I think people usually see it as just another streamer. They just have an avatar. So it's not this brand new, bright and shiny thing. But I do see a lot of VTubers graduating. Like, they'll reach partner, especially the big ones. Like, they'll reach partner. Mostly they streamed for like 3 years and they're done. So like, I'm not sure about that. I don't think I fully agree. Like, it possibly it won't be as popular as it was, or currently I guess still is. So maybe I agree. Maybe it's a maybe. Maybe you're right. Maybe things will change.
I mean,
maybe
it is KSon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's been in the game for a minute.
Very long time. So it's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it might change. Maybe things will get better. I mean, with how much like rigging has come and all these cool features.
It's not just that, like, the cost is just skyrocketed.
Yes, it's like 3K for art alone. You're like, huh. So that's another thing. Yeah, I think it would be a lot harder for people to start it to get into as time progresses, because of like all the new like fancy things you can do with the model and the art. You know, like how much artists will charge, and riggers, it might get harder to join in.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where she's coming from, but I don't think, like, unless 99% of VTuber fans are those people who are just like, if Mayoshi gets a partner or like speaks the opposite sex, like, I'm not supporting them anymore, then like, yeah, maybe the VTuber community would just like slowly die out. But I feel like now that VTubers are even more common now, and like even IRL streamers are getting VTuber models, like there is like a Western side of VTubing, right? Where they're just normal streamers, normal people that just stream with a VTuber model. I don't think it's gonna entirely die out. I'm sure that there's still gonna be like hardcore Japan or like idol crazy or idol. Yeah, idol culture fans, let's call them that. I didn't mean to call them crazy, but like, there's still gonna be those people, and they're gonna be in their little circle. But I think there's a reason why idol culture never leaked out of Japan. Like, idol culture's been a thing for decades, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're like, people who grew up in the US will just never understand that mentality, right? Because like, we grew up on Gossip Magazine. We're always wondering like, ooh, what's our favorite or who's our favorite celebrity dating? Ooh, I want the tea and all that. So like, we're never gonna prevent someone from dating. If anything, like, we want to see our favorite artists get together. So I think it's like a complete 180 of like the idol mentality. So I don't think VTuber is ever gonna, or like streaming as a VTuber is never gonna die on the West, just because there's a lot of like people who have the idol culture mentality. Because like, as long as it exists in the West, we're gonna have our own mentality, right? So yeah, I can't see it dying out. And like, I feel like people in the West are a lot more understanding also, so yeah.
I mean, I could see VTubing being just a trend right now. I don't know if the end of VTubing has anything to do with that sort of mindset of the unicorn or the whatever stuff, because every one of their moms seems to be a VTuber right now, right? So like, I think VTubing will be done at some point, like and especially with the industry getting bigger and bigger, you have all these different corporations. Like I just went to a convention recently here in Dallas, and they had independent indie VTubers there, but it was just them. It was like them as a person just being there. So like, they're basically a celebrity at that point. So you didn't need a TV or an iPad walking around for that. So I could see VTubing being a fad, yeah.
Right. Well, she was saying it was more so particularly because of that reason. Like I said,
because of this stuff. I mean,
yeah,
I guess because it'll be less attractive to people, wanting to become a VTuber if they, that stuff becomes more apparent. I mean, it's a bad idea, but I think some VTubers, especially people who don't cater to that audience or don't, what do you call it? Are less susceptible to that sort of thing. They'll probably survive this sort of thing. And someone like KSon, she can survive because she's out in the open about this stuff all the time and people still like her. Yeah, I don't know if like VTubing will like 100% go away because of this sort of thing, but it is a danger, yeah.